They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Christian Watson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun.
Trying again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In motion left goes Watson. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mitchell. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
11, mighty.
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us, As they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now Ka'imi Fairbairn for the field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's across midfield and finally brought down at the 43. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Now it's Hines. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nyheim Hines. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
And Howie clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Now Rodgers. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Rodgers now on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On 1, ready?
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. It's Burrow. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup at 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Steelers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On one, ready? On one, ready?
They'll run with Mitchell.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Mitchell is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On one, ready?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
11, Thomas.
Here's Mitchell.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdown scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone.
Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Here's Rodgers. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On play action. Now Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. With a fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Penny. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Curtis Samuel from 3 yards out. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
On 2, ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Burrow on play action. Quick slant to Watson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7.
12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, take. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 40 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run with Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're going to speed things up here. They run again with Hines. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Caden Stearns. A gain of 2.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers looking deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
On 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Ridley, 39 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got a lot of balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to
extend the lead by 2 more. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? Remember the dribbler draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Dancing to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
11,
They'll
11.
bring a receiver in motion right.
God.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go.
2nd and 9.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11,
In motion
11.
left goes Watson.
God.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground,
Here we go.
honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
God.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
Steelers 38, Browns 12.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things
with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Rodgers again now. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
11.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
11.
Now Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11 Thomas.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Back to north. Inside. Here, Mike.
On 1st down, Rodgers. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And just shutting him off there. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Teron Johnson able to pick it. He's to the 10. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
12.
Now Burrow on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One final try now for Rodgers. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is